Hello there, Taurus. Thank you so much for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast for the week of January 4th through January 10th. Let me just make a quick announcement about intuitive mentoring sessions that are coming up for groups. I do have like 4 sessions still coming up available. The first one is on the 4th. That's going to be at 1 o'clock Mountain Time. That'll be at 3 o'clock Eastern Time. I do still have slots available for that one. Second one coming up is the 13th of January. That's at 12:15 Mountain Time, which is 2:15 Eastern Time, or 7:15 in the UK PM. And then I have one on the 18th, which is at 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock Mountain Time. Once again, that's 3 o'clock Eastern Time, or 8 o'clock PM in the United Kingdom. And then the last one I have scheduled right now is for Sunday, the 24th of January. That's going to be at 6:30 Mountain Time, 8:30 Eastern Time, and I think that's going to be at 1:30 in the morning for you in the UK. So there we go with those times. Anybody who is interested in having a group mentoring session to expand your intuitive abilities, get a hold of me and we will get you slotted into whichever one of those works for you. If there's not a time available that does work for you, we can figure out something that does, and then we will open it up to other members of the public to join us. So, announcement over. Let's get into your reading, Taurus. On Monday, what you have coming up is the 10 of Clubs. This talks about picking up new responsibilities. This can be stepping it up in a relationship, going from possibly just kind of dating to going exclusive, or from going exclusive to maybe moving in together, but it's talking about picking up some kind of new responsibility. Now, this won't apply to all of you in the relationship area. This could also apply in the work area where you're picking up new responsibilities at work. For some of you, this is just picking up new responsibilities. For others of you, this would be picking up new responsibilities along with a promotion or a raise. And this also can be talking about picking up new responsibilities family-wise. This can be bringing a baby home, whether you've adopted the baby or the baby's actually naturally born to you, or maybe if you are taking care of nieces and nephews, or if you are helping your mom and dad. Maybe your mom and dad are getting older and they need some help. But this is picking up some kind of responsibility on Monday. Now, Tuesday, what we have showing up is we have the 10 of Coins. The 10 of Coins is good. It talks about stability and security, and tends also talk about ending of a cycle and coming into a new cycle. This could be something like getting promoted at work. This could also be getting a new job that you're happier with. This could be building on to your home. This could manifest in a lot of different things, but basically what it talks about is bringing more stability and security into your life in one fashion or another. Now, on Wednesday, Taurus, what we have coming up is that we have the 2 of Coins in reverse. 2 of Coins in reverse is trying to balance a whole bunch of different things and have them all work out okay. And when it comes up in reverse, this can be really, Houston, we have a problem. This can be just too much stuff in the calendar. This can be maybe too much stuff that you're trying to run through your checkbook all at the same time, because you know that can come up as something that needs to be balanced. So Wednesday just really talks about being overwhelmed, maybe having more on your plate than what is good. So, and I said Tuesday, but I mean Wednesday. And so this may be a good day. If I had this card coming up, this would be a day that I would look at and I would say to myself, okay, well, what can I delegate here as far as responsibilities? What's here that I can reschedule for a time that maybe is not quite so hectic or quite so busy? If it was in my finances, I would be looking at, okay, what can I make a payment on to hold things off a little bit in this area, and so that I can buy some time until I get some more income in to cover everything I need to cover. So this is really a time of sort of juggling things around, trying to make sure that everything works out, because balance is going to be one of those really tricky things on Wednesday. So this is one of those things that you do have free will. You can change the energy on this. So if you do a little bit of preparation, maybe Wednesday and Tuesday, kind of have in mind, okay, this is coming up on Wednesday. If you have time to do some of the things that are on the calendar for Wednesday ahead of time, you know, not such a bad idea to knock those out early. So there are some things that you can do to be proactive to make sure that nothing falls through the cracks on Wednesday. You just want to kind of keep that in mind and be really proactive about it so that it doesn't really turn into, you know, you can actually prevent this card from manifesting. Nothing really has to fall through the cracks as long as you take some steps to prevent that ahead of time. Now, also, I do want to say this is a general reading, so first of all, not everything's going to apply to everybody. And then the thing that I always say, free will changes everything. So it's nice to have a heads up. It gives you a chance to really use your free will to change some things. Thursday, what we have showing up for you, Taurus, is King of Swords. This is somebody that you are dealing with on Thursday, and this is somebody I feel like for a lot of you, this is a supervisor. Many times this King of Swords does come up in a work situation. Although this can come up in a family situation, or this can be a significant other that you're dealing with. Also want to say for most of you this is going to be a male, but not for all of you. I never like to lock into genders on a general reading for sure. But this is somebody that you're going to be dealing with on Thursday, and this person is very bottom line oriented. How can we do things better, faster, more economically, you know, without sacrificing quality, in some cases without sacrificing quality. Sometimes quality is not the most important thing to the King of Swords, as long as you can get the job done and still get paid for it. So I do feel like he's going to be having a conversation with you about streamlining things, about making things more efficient, about just getting things done in a better, more productive way. So this could actually even be a meeting at work where you're hearing about this, or a teleconference. This can also be a one-on-one conversation too with somebody else. And for some of you, this can be you having this conversation with other people as well. But I feel like for most of you, this is somebody initiating this conversation with you. Now, on Friday, what we have coming up is we've got the Star card. And the Star card is a really cool card for me. I look at this card and I just think, oh, I've got my mojo. That's what this card is saying. It's saying that you're really in tune with your inner self and you're really being true to yourself on Friday. And that's such a cool thing, because when you know what is going on with your true self, if you know the things that you really want to be doing and where you really want to be, it makes decision making so much easier, because you have a clear idea of what you want to get accomplished before you die, or at least, you know, within the next 5 years. And so it helps you to know, am I on track for that, or am I not? And if I'm not, how can I get there? It just makes decision making so much easier. So I love to see the Star card. The Star card just talks about real clarity at a deep, deep, deep level about yourself and about where you want to go with this present that you've been given called life. Just an amazing, amazing feeling of being the captain of your own ship. Very cool card to have show up. Now, on Saturday, what we have coming up for you, Taurus, is we do have the Queen of Clubs. This is telling me that you're doing something that you are feeling inspired to do on Saturday. And when I say you're feeling inspired, it means that this is something that you're happy to be doing. This is something that you're excited about doing. So it's really cool. So some kind of project that you're working on Saturday that you're just feeling really good about. And I feel like for some of you, this will be a cooperative project, although not for all of you. So for some of you, you'll be working with other people. Some of you, you'll just be on your own, doing your own thing and really having a lot of fun with it. I feel like by the time you go to bed on Saturday, Taurus, you're going to feel like, you know what, I really got a lot accomplished on that project. For some of you, I'm actually seeing, and it's not so hard to see why when you look at this picture, but for some of you, I'm actually seeing people sitting at a quilting frame, the old-fashioned quilting frame when people actually used to quilt by hand. I guess there's probably still some people that do that. So I'm seeing some kind of creative endeavor like that, you know, and that's creative. It's also pretty domesticated by old world standards. But it can be something that is super enjoyable, and you can do it with other people, and it's a lot of fun when you're doing it with other people and you have that chance for that communication while you're doing something productive at the same time. So it's that's the example that Spirit is putting in my mind as I'm talking about, you know, what you're doing on Saturday. So it's something that a lot of you will be doing with some other people and very creative and fun, and just something that you can be happy about being a part of. Now, like I said, not everybody's going to be working with other people. I still feel like it's very creative, very inspired. You're very happy to be doing it and excited about it. And when you go to bed, I still feel like you're going to feel like, I really got to let down, here. This is a good thing. I think you're going to be feeling good about it. Now, Sunday, 4 of clubs coming up for you, Taurus. I like seeing this. Actually, Aries got this, but they got it backwards on Sunday, so it's kind of interesting that it came up 2 signs in a row on the same exact day. But anyway, 4 of clubs showing up for you, Taurus, just means that there's some kind of homecoming, somebody coming into the nest. This can be somebody moving into mom and dad's house. This can be someone coming back home from vacation or from a military tour of duty. This can be 2 people getting back together after some kind of separation, if they're in a relationship and they kind of took some time apart. This can be a lot of different things, but the bottom line here when you're looking at this is somebody's coming back into the nest. This can even be somebody coming back into the office that used to work somewhere else, or into the shop, depending where you work. And I had this show up one time before, and it's showing up again, and I always kind of hesitate to say this because I never know how you guys are going to react to a message like this, and especially not being right in front of you to kind of help with that reaction. But I am being drawn to the rainbow in this card again, and the rainbow to me speaks about the rainbow bridge. And the rainbow bridge is talking about going back home into that spirit existence when we let go of our bodies and our personalities, our souls, our spirits actually move into a spirit realm and operate over there instead of here in this earthly manifestation. So for some of you, I don't feel like this is going to be happening to anybody that's actually watching this video, but for some of you, you are going to know somebody who is going back home, as they used to say in the old hymns from old churches. So I feel like you may be acquainted with somebody who is going back home, and the message that's coming through off of this is that this person, whoever this is for, this person who has crossed back over into spirit is not unhappy. They're in a glad place. They're glad to be where they are. I'm also hearing they're looking forward to being able to communicate with you again, but not before it's time. So in other words, no trying to cross over early to talk to them. That's not being authorized here, but they are looking forward to when they can share things with you again. But the most important thing is they want you to know that they are in a good place and that there's nothing to worry about. And I'm also hearing a message about guilt. So whoever this is for, I feel like maybe you feel a little bit guilty about this other person crossing over, because the message is coming through of reassurance that there's nothing to feel guilty about in this situation. So I'm sure that does not apply to a lot of people. I mean, that's a very specific message that came through from a very specific spirit. So for whoever that does apply to, I'm sure that you will recognize it, and I hope that that's helpful for you. Okay, so for the rest of you Tauruses, for all of you Tauruses, thank you so much for tuning in. I do appreciate all of your support, your kind words, your generosity, and spending your time with me, and subscribing, liking, sharing, all your comments. Thank you so much for all your support. Everybody who would like to be a part of my mentoring sessions, go ahead and drop me a line, and we can definitely get that hooked up for you. You can find contact information for me on my website, amista.info. Everybody have a fantastic week. I will see you back here the next time. Peace out.